Hey guys, my name is Jason. I am the founder of Distress Loan Advisors. If you want to book time with me, there is a link in the notes below, or you can go to jasontees.com, or you can just Google me. Google Jason SBA help, and I'll come right up. Today's update, nothing major, but there have been some developments in the EIDL world that I wanted to let you guys know about. And this is courtesy actually of one of my followers on YouTube. So thank you very much. I won't use her name as I don't have permission, but I will tell you what she told me that I think is worth knowing. So she reached out to the SBA for a pretty simple, straightforward question. And the first thing that she learned is that there's no longer live help. So if you call the 800 number, you can't get a person. You have to contact them either through email or through the portal, and apparently they'll contact you, but they've got up to 10 business days to do it. So if you've got anything that's super urgent, good luck, plan accordingly. What she was told was that, and I guess she had to call around and finally ended up with some receptionist somewhere who told her that as of May 5th, all of the employees in the Fort Worth, Texas EIDL Servicing Center no longer were employed with the SBA. So all those people that are answering calls in that office, I guess answering emails too, are no longer part of the SBA, which means that the SBA has less people handling this giant cluster of a mess for EIDL loans. So that's the update on that. I also wanted to let you guys know that I actually did an interview yesterday with a reporter from the New York Times who wanted to know new developments, what's going on. So I filled her in on what I just told you, but I said, the larger point here is that people are stuck. They discontinued the hardship accommodation and they're not doing offer in compromise, and no one in politics seems to really care either way. And that was the point that I made, that really 2 points. One, other loans have these, so it makes sense to someone to settle. Two, all of the discussion when it comes from politicians is around fraud, and no one seems to want to touch the larger issue, which is that it makes sense to settle with businesses that can't afford to pay, because the Treasury offset for a lot of people is not going to be that impactful. And so if the SBA is not going to sue people, their recoveries on these are going to be minimal. So why would you not consider settlements? So anyway, look for an article in the New York Times in the next, I guess, couple of weeks. I've said to her, journalists seem to be interested in what's going on, but it doesn't seem like there is a political will at this point, which is really disappointing to a lot of my customers. And so I think that point can't be harped on enough. So hopefully her narrative is such that maybe someone does pay attention. At this point, I'm not hopeful, to be honest. Other than that, I'll just put out a couple of things. One, if anyone is aware of anyone who has had an offer in compromise approved for an EIDL loan, please let me know. I'd be very interested to see it. I continue to tell people, to my knowledge, offer in compromise is not an option, despite the fact that they will send you the paperwork. And as I've said a number of times before, if you want to be a guinea pig, if you want to throw it against the wall, see if it sticks, I'd be happy to help. But, there's a huge caveat there, which is highly likely it's going to get turned down. And I don't like taking people's money under the premise that I'm going to be able to get something done when I know that I can't. So I'm happy to do it. I actually had a gentleman this morning who said, I understand everything you're saying and I still want to do it. So I'll help him. But until I hear that an offer in compromise has been approved for an EIDL loan, I'm going to have that huge caveat that I, explain to everybody, because I'm not here to take people's money and have them be mad at me. You see the gray up here? I'm too old for that. I spend a lot of time talking people out of trying to settle things. I just don't need the headache these days. So that's it. Thanks for checking in, and I'll keep you guys apprised if and when I hear of anything new that comes about as a result of this reduction in force at the Texas office, good, bad, or indifferent. All right, thanks for checking in. See you on the next one.